Hi everyone, Red here. Welcome back for another RWBY reaction. Today, we're finally here for the finale, Volume 9, Chapter 10, titled Of Solitude in Self. Description is, in which a choice must be made. I can't believe we're already here. I don't want it to be over. I've been putting off watching this for like a few hours because I don't want the volume to be over. I don't want to go into another hiatus. This volume's been so good, I don't want it to end. Also, just real quick, so if you remember what I said last time about me, like, feeling, like, under the weather, not feeling well, yeah, so I've been sick for the past couple days. I'm feeling mostly better now, but if my voice sounds a little, like, strained, or if it sounds like I'm losing my voice, or if I sound, like, kind of stuffy or nasally, that's probably why. Just letting you know. Other than that, I can't wait to see how these things conclude. RWBY's arc has been so, like, personal to me, and I can kind of see where it's going. And if it goes where I think it's going, it's just gonna destroy me. I'm fully expecting. I do not cry at shows, like, at all very often. Like, the past couple episodes have gotten close. I think the closest I've ever gotten to crying was probably Owl House finale was up there. The She-Ra finale was also close, but yeah, I don't cry at shows very much. This could do it. This could possibly do it. Oh yeah, Volume 8's finale also got close, but I didn't end up crying. God, I don't know where things are gonna go. It's a 26-minute episode, which is significantly longer than any of the other episodes this volume, which is great, because there's a lot to do. Casey's also teased we're getting 2 songs, which we kind of knew we were getting one, which would be the credits song, but we're getting another one in there somewhere. Her descriptions were OG rock or something along those lines, so like classic RWBY music, and then it was something like lighter, happier. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think we should just jump in and watch the finale. Okay. Episode starting in 3, 2, 1, now. This is the last time we're gonna sing the intro until the soundtrack releases. I probably shouldn't because I'm feeling under the weather, but I can't resist, so we're doing this. Such a good intro. Last time we're gonna get it.
Sinking down into depths of nowhere, I am undone. Grasping tight onto memories, I know they'll be overrun. Must live with balance, but balance is blind. Vengeance is unretired in a fairy tale she'll find. Inside, I'm newly, I'm ready, but who will I find inside? I gotta let go, but could I lose my mind inside? Our worlds unwind.
I was not ready. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm so nervous and excited. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, I turned the volume up a little too loud on my end. I always forget to turn it up, and then I forget to, yeah.
And on the wind.
Oh, more summer. Oh my
Alex
gosh.
heard one more question. What are you?
That question over and over again. I love her design so much. It's so pretty looking.
I love you. Just the way you are.
Oh no. Is this like the last time?
Always.
Yup. Oh no, this is the last time she... Damn it. Oh, we're getting like a full flashback here. Oh no.
It's not like you to rush off on a mission in the middle of the night.
You know how Ozpin gets. Mystery after mystery.
And when it turns out to be yet another run-of-the-mill patrol, it'll be...
I always prefer discretion.
Oh my god.
I'll be back soon.
This is the last time they saw each other, isn't it? This is the last time they saw each other. Ugh. We're full summer flashback. Oh my god.
Nobody suspects anything?
No. I
Okay.
think it's a typical mission.
Oh, so she went with I knew it. She went with Raven.
First time for everything. And, what about... You're just going to leave them?
You're one to talk.
Yeah.
You're better at that life. Better than I was.
If I do this right, there's nothing to worry about. Trust me.
Oh no.
Let's get it over with, I guess.
This is like Raven obviously left before this, but this must have been like what caused her to be like fully disillusioned.
What was that?
She
lied. She left with Raven. Why would she?
Who knows
She
what
saw
kind
that?
of
Oh my
deep
God.
secrets they do. Maybe you're not the only one who has felt the weight of others' expectations.
Yes, that's exactly like
Alex,
Ruby's been comparing herself to her mom, but it's the idealized version of her mom. So she needs to see that.
Are you just trying to tell me that it's useless? That I shouldn't even try?
No, she's trying to show
Is that the
you
big
that
lesson I'm supposed to learn?
even her mom
Give
made
up?
mistakes. Even her like hero was not perfect.
Become someone else.
is
No.
that what I'm telling you?
Okay, so Jean is falling back
You
into.
never were the hero.
Alex,
You couldn't sing.
Ooh, okay.
I...
So this is what Jean's seeing after he fell.
Maybe it's time for a change. To be the kind of man you've always wanted to be.
Okay, so he's fine. He's fine. He just saw a vision. Oh, because the smoke. Because the leaves are on fire. That makes sense. We still got this fight going. Oh, freezer burn, yes! I like that they don't even have to like call it out. They just know.
The leaves! Burn the leaves!
Ooh, okay. Okay, so they're gonna make them hallucinate. God, oh, the animations.
Maybe not.
But
That's
they'll
not the
affect
case for Neo.
that'll affect Neo, yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be a. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they exorcised the cat, I think. Probably. Yes, okay. Okay, so Neo's okay. I know that was a big question, but now they're gonna have to fight, like, the cat. Oh. I don't like. Oh my god. Oh, werewolf cat thing. Holy shit, that's really cool.
Your time is running out. You must choose. Choose for yourself one who could leave your burdens behind, or choose one who would be enough to bear them.
Yeah, that's really the choice, is become, forget it all and leave it all behind, or become Ruby and be Ruby. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how they fight that. Oh my god, John's aura broke. That like never happens.
I love you. Just the way you are.
Oh my god. Is it gonna be... Is it just gonna be Crescent Rose? Is it gonna be...
What happens if I choose me?
There we go. Oh my god, that's what she needed. Yes, you are enough as Ruby Rose. Okay. I was honestly really expecting her to leave Crescent Rose behind. I mean, she still could, but... Red like roses? There we go. It has new meaning for her. Oh my god, is this really Red Like Roses Part 3?
RWBY!
Yes!
You're you. How?
She knew what she needed to be
Mm-hmm.
all along.
She figured out that's who she needs to be. Holy shit! Oh my god, look at her go! Oh my god! Oh, okay. You're fucked, dude. Like, Cat has no chance here. There, oh my god, finally the Nevermore. Woo! Oh my god! Oh my god! Fuck yes! Holy shit! He's the most anime shit I've ever seen.
Broken. You break everything you touch.
Nope, she knows. She knows that's not true.
Confused. Incomplete.
No, you're wrong. She's never been any of those things.
That's why we follow her.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to Remnant, and you're staying here.
Yep. They don't need to defeat the cat. They just have to make sure they can't follow. Oh, you're fucked. Oh, okay. That was, yeah. Neo, yeah, I mean that's probably fair. Neo is not the same type of person they are. Oh my god. See, well, yeah.
Have what they have. What a thing, huh?
Yeah, like Neo doesn't know what she wants anymore. I expect her to be like, you know, we're not exactly friends, but
So, that's it.
we don't need to be enemies anymore, like. Yeah, she finally needs to let go of Roman.
I know. I'm not real.
Mm-hmm.
What about her?
Okay, so she's just staying behind, or is she going to?
She'll find herself,
Mm-hmm.
one way or another.
So she'll either ascend and become something new, or maybe she'll. Yeah. Okay. That's on. I think that's a good ending for her. That's like. She needs to find herself, who she is.
Ruby? What's wrong?
When I was in the tree, I never saw Little.
Oh yeah, where the fuck is
I wish I could
Little?
say thank you.
Do you guys think we might have made things even worse in the ever after? Just like Alex did?
I'm not sure. I'd like to think that we did at least a little good. Right? Wait!
Is that them? Oh, they're a little mouse guy.
Do I know you?
Oh, okay, they don't remember, but they.
I don't believe we've met yet. Please.
Oh, that's so cute.
Well, you know, I haven't thought about it yet. You look like you have your wits about you. What do you think?
Look at them. Oh my god, they look like Ruby.
To me, you seem like a friend.
A guide. A protector.
Adorable.
Do any of those sound close?
Friend?
Somewhat. Yeah, somewhat. I'm not any one thing. I'm somewhat of a lot of things.
I like that somewhat.
It is a true pleasure to
They
meet
have
you,
a little
Scarlet.
hood. I'm
It
gonna
will be my honor to
cry.
You've already done more for us than you know.
Yeah. I don't think I can go with them, but
You do feel familiar.
mm-hmm.
Like a happy dream I can't remember.
The memories are gone,
I'm
but the
so
heart remembers.
Glad we got to meet you. I'm sure you'll help lots of people,
Mm-hmm.
but now we have to say goodbye.
It will be all right, Huntress.
Yep, they remember.
Hey, somewhat?
I am at your service.
Will you look after Juniper?
Mhm.
She means the world to me.
I will never leave her side.
Okay, so that's Juniper has her own. They're just gonna go on adventure. That's so cute. So if anyone ever falls into the ever after again, then those two will be there for them. We're going back. Oh my god. Okay. Where? Oh, okay. Right. How do they get home? Okay, so they jumped into the tree. Interesting. Music's becoming ominous. Okay, no, there's the blacksmith.
Welcome
Hmm.
to my workshop.
Ruby? Is this the tree?
Something like that.
I've been waiting a long time for you.
Oh, well. I made it.
Yeah,
I'm
Jean
glad
is.
you did.
Can you answer a question for me? I need to know if it's true what the cat said, that Lewis went back and...
Yeah,
Alex.
they need answers.
Only Lewis returned home.
Is this Alex
The girl
here?
who
I know that's
came
been a
to the
theory.
world Is the story as he wished it had happened.
Mm-hmm. Yep, those are the gods.
Those? The brothers.
Yes, these brothers were the tree's earliest blossoms, and the first to inhabit the ever after.
So they came from the tree, not the other way
Very
around.
ambitious. The tree did not foresee what they would become. But that is the joy of creating,
Holy shit.
the not knowing. Back then, the ever after was overgrown, wild and dangerous. The
Oh, that's so
brothers came
cute.
to help tame it and build the world that was to come after.
So this was like their, this was their home. This was like their practice
To clear the
for
wilderness.
creating Remnant.
Then they were given creativity to imagine what and who could replace the wilderness.
There's the butterfly.
The brothers built homes for them and gave them roles to play.
Yeah.
If this is what they were supposed to do, how did Remnant come about? Us.
The brothers grew curious. They
Oh,
wanted
boy.
to do more.
So okay, so they did make the cat.
And so, using the skills and tools they had been given, they began to design their own creations.
Yep.
Utmost secrecy.
Oh, so they were not supposed to be doing that. That explains a lot.
Soon they realized their new creation could do their job for them.
Mm-hmm.
finding the broken parts of the ever after.
So the cat, they did start as like
After this success,
a good creature,
brothers designed a second
but they kind of lost it because they were
It came out
curious.
brutal and effective.
Yeah.
One brother believed they had disrupted the balance,
Mm-hmm.
while the other refused to condemn their creations for their mistakes.
So this
The
was
balance is not two forces locked in never-ending battle. Balance is an ecosystem, an organism, a living, breathing thing.
so that's where their like disagreements
Thus, balance
started
cannot be
to
restored with force or
like
calculation.
begin.
True balance finds its own equilibrium. It only requires love and the patience to see things through to the end.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
So,
god.
How did they get
Not
to
all the flowers in their colors.
The ever after could no longer bear the brothers' experiments. And so, the tree built them a special doorway to a crater beyond, where
So-
the brothers could try creating
okay.
worlds of their own.
So they left
doorway
the Ever After to go make
opened
Remnant
for the brothers
as their
to
own
and end
creation.
their creations. And what truly remarkable things they accomplished. Whenever the brothers' creations have come to the ever after, the 5 of you have had a greater impact than you know. Just like Alex and Lewis did before you. Just like others will after you.
Oh, look at them.
One small kindness in one small moment led to such a marvelous transformation. Much like one act of dishonesty caused an unfortunate change.
Yeah.
This broker promised to the cat.
A terrible thing to have a broken heart. And there was nobody to send them back to the tree for repair.
Yeah.
What happened to Neo?
She will have the chance to return her broken heart and become something new. Such is balance.
That's Alex's knife.
Is this Alex?
How do you have this?
When Alex's life ended, she chose to leave a part of herself behind.
Mm-hmm.
A wish to fix what she had broken.
Oh shit. Okay, that cleaned him up. He's still got the white.
I can't believe it. It's been so.
This is what I sounded like.
Okay. Okay, that solves that.
Where will this take us?
Not where. When you are needed most.
When they're needed most. Okay. How much time has passed? Or are they going back? Going back gets complicated. But where are they going? Like, are they just gonna show up in Vacuo and like chaos? Oh my god. Yup, Vacuo. But when though? Oh, not this will be the day playing. Okay, so that's like humanity's last or that's like the stronghold of humanity. Is that it? Oh my god. God, what a cliffhanger. No, we need volume 10 greenlit. Please, like, if it's within your means to watch the show legally and support it, if it's within your means to support the show legally, please do it. It deserves to continue. I'm trying to listen to the credits a bit too, but the music. Oh my god. We're not gonna see vacuum, are we? I heard that I don't believe there is a post credit, if I'm not mistaken. We'll stick around at the end anyway, obviously, because it's important to watch the credits, but I gotta see what the lyrics of this song are. Man, what a volume. I think there's definitely more to, unpack with Ruby, and we'll see that more in future volumes, but man, her emotional arc in this, I've said it so many times, it's so personal to me. For her to learn that she is enough. That's kind of been the whole theme for her, that she doesn't have to be anyone, she doesn't have to be the best, or she doesn't have to carry everyone on her back. She just has to be her, and she just has to do what she can. And that's all you really need to do. Oh my god, this is a good song. I gotta know, I couldn't listen to the lyrics very much because I was too excited by the fight. I gotta know if that's actually Red Like Roses Part 3 that was playing during the fight, because it started with Red Like Roses. I don't know if that's actually part of the song or if that's just part of the score leading into it. God, Casey and Martine are ridiculously good at this. Okay, we got Inside, Chatterbox. We also got 8 songs in 10 chapters. Red Like Roses Part 3! Okay, Guide My Way, Checkmate, Worthy is Bumblebee Part 2. Oh my god. What the fuck? Quiet and The Edge. So this is The Edge. Oh my god. That literally was Red Like Roses Part 3. I haven't even, we got a whole, extended summer flashback. We don't know what it ended with, because that's still gonna be a mystery, but whatever she did with Raven, at least Raven should know what happened to her, which means they can, they know where to start to confront things. Man, Ruby still didn't get closure with Penny. That's upsetting.
The grim in the
Okay. It's just a trailer for the Justice League thing. I probably won't do a reaction for it because, getting capture video for it is going to be difficult, but it does look really interesting. The animation and stuff look really nice.
Leadership isn't about your age. It's about your heart.
Mark is right. I'd follow you into any battle.
We're stronger together.
Solid. I don't have a Blu-ray player, so I can't watch it right now. Hopefully it gets released digitally soon. What do I even say? What an amazing fucking volume. I'm glad that it ended on a hopeful, warm note, because last volume was devastating. The middle end of this one was really devastating. So to have it be cathartic and healing by the end, it's just really nice to have that be how this story ended. Again, Volume 10 needs to get greenlit. It needs to happen. The story deserves to continue. There's so much more to tell here. I managed not to cry. I did it. It got close. It got really close. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. It really means a lot. By the time these come out, we're gonna be past the hype of Volume 9 releasing because I'm behind. So if you are watching this and you are continuing to support me and watch my videos even when they're not releasing at a relevant time, it means the world to me. I really appreciate it. And I do hope that this series gets to continue and I get to keep doing this because it's so much fun and I love doing this. Hi, so I just finished editing chapter 10 and decided that because I love this episode so much, it deserves one of my rambly, unfiltered, no idea what I'm talking about outros where I'm just gonna gush about the episode for an extended amount of time, because oh my god, I love this episode so much, and I love this volume, and I want to talk about it, and it's a year later and I'm still thinking about it every day of my life. Okay, so the Summer flashback. Just first of all, Summer's design, A+, she's very pretty, I love her so much. The fact that Raven knows what happened, or at least knows part of what happened, or what Summer was trying to do, and then failed at, there's so many implications to that can be like explored in future volumes. Because RWBY saw that. Like, she knows that Raven knows. So RWBY can straight up go up to Raven and be like, hey Raven, you want to tell me what you were doing with my mother on the night that she disappeared forever, and why you are so afraid of Salem now? Like, did they go to fight Salem and Raven had to watch Summer get like turned into a hound, or just get brutally killed by Salem? Like, what were they trying to do? Was Summer like trying to use her eyes on Salem and that didn't fully work? I don't know. There's so much to explore there, and I hope that's one of the first things that they really go into with volume 10, if and when that comes out. The pre-RWBY arrival, the fight before RWBY arrives. Okay, there's Jean's vision in the smoke, which I find it really interesting that, like, because when Team RWBY had their visions from the smoke of the leaves, they saw past versions of themselves, and like the past versions of themselves were trying to being antagonistic with them, kind of negging them into the resolve that they needed to, like the resolutions that they needed to make, like past Yang being like, don't you want to be whole, leading to current Yang being like, I already am, previous Blake being like, don't you want simplicity, and current Blake saying, no, I want to, like, this is who I am, this is what I want to do. Weiss's past version, like, don't you want to like get away from like your whole like family baggage, and Weiss is like, no, I'm gonna carry that and I'm gonna make it my own. So I find it interesting that Jean instead saw Alex, who did antagonize him a little bit at the start of it, and obviously like RWBY had her past self just unloading everything she was currently dealing with onto her with like no rebuttal possible, because that's just where she was at the time. Jean saw Alex, who was a little bit combative, and then but like Jean also flickered between his current self as the rest of the night and his past self, which I find that really interesting, that his vision was different in that way, and that so much of like his current trauma was tied to Alex. She did get him to a resolution that he needed to, like, you gotta start letting some of this go. You couldn't save me, you couldn't save lots of people, but you have to move past that, and you have to accept that and move on. I really like how they used that smoke to, even though it wasn't gonna affect the cat, they knew that it would affect Neo because she also has so much shit to deal with, and that like forced the cat, because the cat they didn't have like human context, their like feelings and stuff like that, so they were like expelled from they purposely had to expel themselves from Neo, which their like full evil design, pretty cool. We have to talk about the RWBY scene, because that's really the crux of everything for me for this episode. I love that the tree was just like a therapist for her. It's just a perfect, like, it's such a good representation of like someone hitting their lowest point to the point where they like attempt suicide, and find someone who can help them professionally and get them through it and get them to a healthier and safer place. And obviously it's like a fantastical sort of lens over it, but that at its core is what it was. But yeah, like RWBY, like at first like getting angry and like why did my mom lie? What is the, like, what are you trying to tell me with this? Are you trying to say I should just give up? That, like, if my hero isn't perfect, then what's the point of even trying to strive for anything? Like, and I appreciate that the blacksmith or the tree or whatever you want to call them, they didn't give RWBY any answers. Like, they led RWBY to find answers on her own. Like, RWBY was like, what, should I just give up? And the blacksmith was like, is that what I'm trying to tell you? I think you know the answer, that is not what I'm trying to tell you. But she didn't, like, they didn't say that. It was, you know, I appreciate that a lot, that they let RWBY come to the conclusion herself instead of someone giving her the answers. It was just like a guided path to finding those answers. The scene of her choosing herself, just so, I'll never stop talking about it. It's so powerful and it hits me so well. And so it hits me so closely of just like who you are enough simply because you exist, and you don't have to do anything to be enough. You don't have to, sorry, my alarm just went off. My hey, get ready for bed. Don't stay up too late. It's like midnight. I spent like the past like 5 hours, just straight 5 hours of editing to get through my backlog. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, like RWBY choosing herself. Just so, it's just so beautiful. And for her to be like, I want to be who I am, and it doesn't matter who that is, because that person is enough implicitly. I just like that a lot, and it's a message that I've needed to learn in the past, and I need to be continually reminded of in the present and moving forward. It's just a thing with mental health, like, you know, those type of lessons stick with you, and are important to just remember as time goes on. And God, the scene, even as I was editing it, the scene of her falling or rising, depending on what your like interpretation of that scene is, for Crescent Rose through the void with Red Lake Roses playing in the background, her grabbing it, her explosion from like the tree with the light behind her and the silhouette and the scythe, and it's so, probably my favorite scene in the entire show, and I'm not sure if anything will ever be able to beat it. It's not just my favorite scene in the show, it's one of my favorite scenes in animation in general. It's just so good. And it makes me like tear up and get chills like every time I rewatch it. It's just that powerful for me. And then of course the fight scene, Set to Guide My Way, which I have sung so many times in the car to work, and I've listened to it on loop repeatedly so many times. It is just, it's such a good song. Casey and Martin fucking killed it with this volume, and especially that song, like the referencing to Red Lake Roses and the other RWBY songs that are like pertain to her. It's just phenomenal. And like her like her popping off with Crescent Rose, like we haven't seen that in a while. That's like the first time she's really done that since, I guess, the start of Volume 7 would be like the closest thing. Those like short sequences of her in like the first like mantle fight with the sabers before like Penny shows up and everything. But that's such a brief scene. Like before that, I can't remember the last time she really got to like, this is the most RWBY, like the animating RWBY, RUBY, not RWBY, has felt like the Red trailer. Like that felt like it gave me the same energy, something that like, you know, you're never going to be able to replicate the Red trailer, but that is the closest that anyone has ever been able to animate RWBY's fighting style. And it's just so good. And the way that she like like she's purposely backing, like there's so, like I don't know if this was even intentional or if it was just like the way the scene was boarded and played out, but like the way that she does like a full like head-on assault against the cat, whereas like typically she will like zoom around and dodge to the sides and like get around enemies and like get them like off balance and flank them and stuff with her semblance. But here, like the way the scene is set up, right? So she has Jean's down for the count. His oar is broken. He's on the ground. Weiss, Blake, and Yang are like clumped together on the other side of the cat, watching this happen. Ruby pops out of the tree. Cat turns around, goes for her. Like there's some distance. Weiss, Blake, and Yang are still like processing what's going on. So, like, in that brief moment, Ruby is able to assess the layout of the battlefield, realize, okay, Cat is fighting me one-on-one. And the full, like, the head-on assault is pushing the cat back. It's pushing them back to the center of where her teammates are, who then, like, position themselves around the curious cat. And, like, the reason why they're able to, like, team up and beat them is because, like, the cat is, I mean, effectively immortal, I think, potentially. I don't know. It's not really clear, like, what their full power is. Obviously, they get them to, like, their breaking point, their limit by the end of it with that finishing move. We'll get to that. They're able to find the cat's weakness, which is, like, that energy beam attack is directional. That's its only, like, range ability. So they just, they circle around them, get the like situation so that the cat can't target all of them until they can get them like in a vulnerable state and do that finishing move, which is still one of the coolest, absolute coolest finishes in any fight scene I've ever seen. I love this. I love the little subtlety of like every time one of Ruby, Blake, and Yang bounces off one of the glyphs, you can see it flash black for a second, because that's like that's the way Weiss's glyphs work. Like the white is a platform, the black is gravity that repels or makes you stick. So like I like that attention to detail of like, yep, every time one of her teammates hit one of her glyphs, she was instinctually for a split second switching the mode of that glyph to launch them off into that catapult, like bouncing around. It's so good, and it's so visually well done too, like having them like glow in their colors. Phenomenal. I could talk about that all day for the rest of my life. And then okay, we get Neo's farewell, which like I like that ending for her. The doors open for her to return in the future, but like really she's just getting her, like she gets her closure. The cat, which like with us learning their backstory, like it really, their story is really like kind of tragic. Like it doesn't, them dying doesn't make me feel like I don't think they could have been redeemed necessarily, if that makes sense. Like, but the fact that they were like originally created as this like peaceful entity in the ever after that would go around and fix things and fix like people who were hurt emotionally or like struggling, they would go around and help them. Their purpose is to be curious, and to like learn things and stuff like that as well. And then because Alex like broke their heart, like they're the one going around fixing the hearts of others, but no one could do the same for them. I don't know if maybe they could have like fixed their own heart, but at the same time, like if this volume has proved anything, it's that like you can't solve those issues on your own. You know, you need to rely on others. So yeah, so it is like a tragedy with the cat's existence, and obviously like what happened to them doesn't excuse like all the manipulation and the literal murder of children that they were doing, like you know. But yeah, just the fact that they ended up on that path is really tragic. Yeah, oh my god, somewhat. I don't care if they're not supposed to ever leave the ever after. I want them to come back. I want them to be in Remnant, hanging out with people, even if it's just for a little while. I want to get our Avengers Endgame at the end of this at the end of the show, every ally from any point in time pops up and shows up, and I want Somewhat and Juniper to be there because I love them. They make me so happy. They're one of my favorite characters in the entire show. I love them so much. I love that when they were choosing their new like purpose, like when Little was choosing who Somewhat would be, they chose to look like RWBY. Like, that's just so sweet. Like, they have like the belt and the cape and the hood, like, because they were like, I need to be someone who can help people. My frame of reference for people who help people is a huntress who is RWBY. Just, it's so sweet, and I love that design choice for them. And then we get the lore dump, which, like, holy shit, this episode is dense. Oh my god. The lore dump of, like, the history of the brothers and the fact that they were from the Ever After. Like, because there were theories that, like, the Ever After was, like, their prototype for Remnant or whatever. And, like, in a way it was, but, like, the theory was, like, okay, the gods made the Ever After, did some experiments, and then moved on to their next project. But no, the Ever After made the gods. The gods used the Ever After as like their playbox as they were like growing up and were like learning and were like playing and testing their abilities, and eventually they outgrew it, and Mom said go outside and shoved them out into Revenant or out into the like universe to go create a world of their own. It's so cool that this lore exists, like, and we know it, and like Team RWBY and Jean have met like the elder god of the universe basically, which is wild, and it leaves a lot of doors open for like the future lore things and stuff to learn, and like how that can affect the show proper. Like, I think at some point like the gods will return, and the fact that like Team RWBY and Jean know the history of the gods, like they can put that at them, like, hey, stop making us clean up your messes, because this is the second world where we're having to do that for you. And I do love the blacksmith's like analogy for balance, that it's not like opposing forces of equal power locked with each other. It is everything and everyone like becoming one. It's love, it's emotion, it's caring and support, and that's what balance actually is. And I think that's another important like message for the show, is like, you know, the balance is not going to be found by meeting darkness with equal power and light. It's going to be found with light finding unity within itself and not like worrying about the evil that is like they're not gonna find balance in the world by just like fighting Salem and defeating her. It's gonna have to be like unity and love and trust and all that. And I do love the visual of like the flowers and Team RWBY's colors coming together, because they are like they're like the symbolism of like balance with just like the four of them. Like, I don't know, it's all very beautiful, and it's like fun to think about. God, and then that final, well, okay, first of all, there's Jean getting turned back into his younger self, which is cool. I'm glad that like the grays are still there as like a signifier that he hasn't moved on. Like, he's still gonna carry everything that he went through, but at least he has the opportunity to move on like healthily. Like, he's not gonna be forced, like he's not like, he's gonna have like basically he's getting like a second chance on his life, and even if he has to carry his past mistakes with him, he at least, you know, has a chance to move forward. I have seen, like, I'm recording this after like everything else that has come out, include like the RWBY Beyonds and stuff, so like I know that stuff. I won't touch on that too much, but like it's a nice touch for his character. I think literally the only big critique I have is that we never got any closure with Penny, and who knows, maybe they have something planned for later volumes. But like the fact that at the end of volume 8 she dies, we have like volume 9 chapter 2 giving her RWBY giving like a pseudo eulogy over her sword, and then RWBY, when RWBY first meets the blacksmith, the sword is there, and the blacksmith says, "Nothing, no one is ever truly lost," which is just an insane thing to say about a character holding another character's weapon when weapons represent souls in this world, or like symbolic of people in this universe, and the person died. You can't do that to me. I had finally accepted that Penny was gone, and then you reopened the potential of her coming back, and now I'm gonna be coping forever with theories that how Penny could return or why she will, and I will never know peace. So thank you for that, RWBY. But yeah, I do hope like in volume 10 and beyond there is some like closure for RWBY, because like after that scene, the next mention and reference to like the next time Penny, like RWBY has anything with Penny, is Neo's illusions. Neo's like Penny constructed to like torture RWBY, and then after that, that's the last time RWBY has had anything with Penny. I feel like she needs some like healthier closure than that. And hey, like that, and again, that might be something I have planned for volume 10. So I hope that it will be addressed, and I look forward to that when it, and if it is. But yeah, and just the final scene is just so, it's like a perfect ending. I know there's the epilogue, and I know that was the intended ending, but I really do feel like this was a perfect closing point for this volume of RWBY turning to look at the camera and say thank you, and then walk back into Remnant with "This Will Be the Day" playing behind her. Like, and just the rendition of "This Will Be the Day" is like, I don't know the right words to use for it, but it's like, I don't know, like nostalgic's not the right word, just the way the chords and the instrumentals are laid out and the tempo of it and the building drums, like it hits my heart in such like a perfect way of like, I don't know, like catharsis and peace and joy. And that's really what this volume really all was just catharsis by the end of it. Like seeing everything that the characters have struggled with and everything that the characters have been working towards, finding closure in things that have been left open. I really like that ending. It's so beautiful. And that also makes me almost tear up every single time, even while I was editing it today. But yeah, that takes us to, oh, and then of course The Edge, fantastic ending song. You'll hear me gush about it more in the OST reaction, obviously. But just fantastic song. The OST this entire volume has been phenomenal. That's another thing with This Will Be the Day too, is like leitmotifs were very sparse throughout this volume up until like the final episode where we get like the Red Like Roses, and then the This Will Be the Day, and like having Red Like Roses symbolizing RWBY returning to herself is like so fantastic from like just a symbolic musical standpoint, and then having This Will Be the Day play as the final song we hear for the volume as they return to like the normal world, like having a very direct leitmotif play for like one of the first times in the entire volume is like, that's just perfect symbolism. So fantastic work there. That's the episode. I'm gonna be thinking about probably this episode and this volume as a whole for the rest of my life. I love this volume so much. It connects with me on such a deep level. And I've said all of this a billion times, and you're probably sick of me saying these things by now. But it really just, like, RWBY especially just hits so close for me. But yeah, that's Volume 9's finale, and the finale of RWBY as a whole, effectively, until a green light in the future. I'm sure there's more stuff that I'd want to say that I'm just like not thinking about right now. I will be able to talk about this volume. I've been talking for like 30 minutes about just this one chapter. I could literally talk about this until my voice disappears. So I think this is a good place to close things out. Thank you all so much for watching all of these videos. Thank you for being patient. You're going to hear me say this a bunch more times in the next couple videos that are going to be released as well. But I really do appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoy watching these as much as I like making them, and I hope you enjoy RWBY as much as I enjoy watching it, because I don't know, it does mean so much to me. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I can't wait to see what's next. Well, I mean, for you guys, it's going to be the OST reaction, but for me, we're going to have to wait for another volume. You know what I mean. I can't wait to see what's for the future. Thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you all in the next one.